Okay, so the season's coming to a close soon, and free agency is going to be picking up for the next year or so. And I'm going to preview all the free agents and top free agents, that might be available to the Yankees. So make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss that. And I'll do my free agent predictions and everything else. But today I want to profile a Japanese player. Okay, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. He's a 25-year-old starting pitcher. He's affiliated with the NPB, which is widely regarded around the world as the thing that's closest to the major leagues. It's above AAA. And this is where a lot of our, guys from Daisuke Matsuzaka to Masahiro Tanaka to Hideki Matsui, like top Japanese players and players come from these leagues to the majors. So, and he's one of the more highly touted pitchers that's projected to be posted by his team. Okay, they haven't promised it yet, but it's all signs are pointing towards them posting him. Most free agent starting pitchers are usually signed 27, 28, 29, 30. This guy's going into his 25-year-old season, so this is going to be a pretty, and I'll show you a photo of him. Okay, that's him right there. A pretty important investment. And as regards to the Yankees, I've spoken at length about the need to bring in, at the very least, 2 starting pitchers. It could be 3. I mean, I don't see Severino coming back. I don't see Herman coming back. Nestor Cortes is still up in the air. He's got, I think, 2 seasons left before he's a free agent, so he's got trade value too. And he hasn't really shown the ability to stay healthy now, unfortunately. I think the cumulative tear of innings pitched and stuff like that is kind of catching up to him. So I don't know. He's been pretty reliable when he's been healthy, but he keeps going on IL this year. So there's a chance the Yankees might be down 3 pitchers. And this is one of the guys that I think would be a wise idea, again, for the Yankees to look into. That's him right there. Okay, young, right-handed starting pitcher. A couple things about him: he's had 4 of the last 5 seasons. He's had a sub-5 ERA. The only season he hasn't had a sub-2 ERA, and the only season it wasn't sub-2 was the COVID season of 2020, and it was like 220. Okay, he's got about a 71-29 career record with a career 1.7 ERA. So very, very, very potent stats. Okay, not a huge strikeout pitcher, but does enough to put the ball in play and get guys out. And he's shown the ability to do that at the highest levels. And he wants to show the ability to do that at the major leagues now. So the guys at this level tend to translate well into the major leagues. And again, I know there's about 8 teams on him. I know the Yankees sent the scout to watch him, and they also sent the scout out to watch Jung-Hoo Lee, was a guy I profiled about a week ago, Korean player who's drawn a lot of comparisons to Ichiro Suzuki as a contact hitting outfielder. And from the Yankees, I'm all hands on deck in exploring the international market this year. This pitcher, the Korean outfielder, the Yankees have a lot of holes to fill. And I know they have an infusion of young position players, particularly in the outfield, that they could utilize. So they might not have to invest that heavily in free agency in terms of position players. So, but this is a starter I think is a worthwhile look. I mentioned Aaron Nola, I've mentioned Julio Urias, even Blake Snell to a degree. But Urias is 27, Nola's gonna be 30 as a Snell. This kid's gonna be 25. And I do think adding 2 starters to the rotation to build around Gerrit Cole and to complement guys like Carlos Rodon, who still hasn't shown, consistency yet, with his first year being marred by injuries for the Yankees. He's got 5 years left on his deal. He's got plenty of time to show the ability to, to stay healthy and productive. But I still think at the end of the day, 2 starting pitchers would be a wise idea, and this guy is one of them. Okay, I would definitely look into investing him. I think the Mets are interested. And again, this is Hal's opportunity to maybe outbid Steve Cohen, because he does represent a greater need for the Yankees than he does the Mets, right? In my opinion. I know a lot of folks are running around with their hair on fire with the Yankees in last place. I get it. It's almost like the end of the baseball world. This is unfamiliar territory. I totally get that. So I wanted to profile this guy right here as a guy that I think would be a wise idea for the Yankees to look into. Okay, young, 25. It's probably going to cost about $100 million to get him. overall contract. And even if you even on a 5-year deal or a 6-year deal, you throw in an opt out after 3 years or something like that. So if he wants to go back out of the market, he can. That's what it takes to get him, and the Yankees would be wise to get him. We need some consistent starting pitchers who have a career portrait of health, and not living on the injured list every season. Which the Yankees have had too many of those recently too. So he's a guy, young, right-handed flamethrower that I think would be a good fit in this rotation. If you add a Urias to, you add a Nola to it, it's a good start to the offseason. And if the Yankees are gonna, I think the Yankees not only need to attack free agency aggressively, but I think they need to do it quickly, and not, a lot of times the Yankees wait too long to make moves, whether it be signings or trades or whatever. I know it's never good enough for Yankee fans. I get it. It's too long. So if I'm the Yankees, I want to be proactive and aggressive, just like they were in CC. When they brought him in 2009, as soon as free agency started, they were at his front door. They knocked on his front door, and they wouldn't let him leave without signing a contract. That's the type of aggressiveness we need here. And again, this kid, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, I think will be a good target for the Yankees to set their sights on. But let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. Again, I talked to a lot of folks about this young Japanese player, and again, he's got a superior career record, superior ERA, shown the ability to get guys out. It doesn't look like his arm is going to fall off a socket, and so on and so forth. So we might have to deal with the injuries that Shohei Ohtani is dealing with now with his UCL. So another guy with a potential and healthy track record who the Yankees would be wise to bring in guys with healthy track records. So let me know what you think, Lang. Let's get into it.